Hello, everybody. Welcome to the, I'd say, almost annual update video of the year. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I can't say so myself. Well, not because I had a horrible Christmas, but because it's the 18th of December, and so I can't tell yet if I had a bad Christmas or not. But yeah, anyway, welcome to the update number 30,870 whatever. I initially wrote a different script for this video, because if you couldn't tell, I'm right now talking unscripted. But the reason for that is not just because I want to be a little bit more transparent and because it feels disingenuous, but also because it kind of drifted towards me trying to lighten the mood or try to add some sort of comedic relief by insulting you guys, and it's just not a good look. I was just in a very bad state, and that doesn't necessarily excuse the fact that I wanted to use you guys for any sort of comedic punchline. That is just not my intention. That is just not my goal. Like I said, I want to be a little bit more transparent here and try to still keep it as short as possible and discuss some things that I was discussing in the old script. Before I start talking about that, though, I want to kind of shed some light on a different situation relating to my good friend Nick Starkwar on Instagram. He is currently facing an eating disorder. I don't know the specifics. I don't know of what sort. He posted 3 update videos about it. I wanted to shed some light on it, so in case you want to be charitable or shed some light on the situation to help my friend, you can share his posts and his update videos about it, or donate to his Ko-fi. That would probably mean a lot to him. He just got enough money for a wheelchair, which is great, and is currently in need for some more medication to fight against this disorder. So any sort of support is appreciated by both me and him. I just wanted to quickly side mention it because I think it's something that no one really deserves to go through. And there's been a lot of moments in my life where I've had concerns about the well-being of others in various communities, not just the Waynesaga community or anything, but just in communities in general. And I think it's important to keep that in mind to avoid and help in situations like these. So donate to his Ko-fi, link will be in the description. Just wanted to talk about it quickly because it's important to me. Now, there's various things I was meaning to talk about in the video, but if you didn't notice, I deleted my Twitter. Not just because of schizo posting and because it was getting very, very bad. Not just in terms of mentality. I mean, I don't have to explain anyone that Twitter is bad. I myself am also guilty of that, but my initial reason was just my behavior was going off the charts, and I was just schizo posting, and it wasn't necessarily healthy keeping it up, especially because all of the things I talked about recently on that deleted Twitter are now just not good. Looking back at it, I just kind of wish I had some sort of emotional help or someone who would tell me this is kind of bad. On a side note, I also want to kind of mention a few conflicts I've had with people this recent year. My statement to this is that I don't hate anyone. Whatever anyone may tell you, I don't hate anyone who has a bad opinion about me or tries to call me out or anything. No, I don't have that sort of hatred in me. Of course, sort of despise some people, specifically people who tried to manipulate and gaslight me into believing certain things. But hatred is a little bit too much of a strong word to describe that sort of despisement. I don't know the right word. But if there's any sort of individual who has felt uncomfortable, whether that is through uncomfortable conversations with me or just a sort of negative, has gotten a sort of negative impression or energy from me, I sincerely want to apologize for that. Except for times where it's, where I'd say, okay, no, that's fair that I said that. But for actual genuine situations where my behavior has gone off the charts this year, in terms of my sort of negative behavior this year, I want to apologize to that. It's important for me now to be a bit more positive about these things than I was 2 years ago. I think my issue specifically with this year was that I was just kind of seen as the funny clown who was coming into communities, and the expectations from me were just to, take everything up to the chin. And it's, to me, it's just important that no matter how jolly or how happy or how shitposty someone might act, there's still genuine emotion in an individual. And that's just something I wanted people to realize. And my expectations were that realization was met. But there's just certain minds you can change. And I don't want to change their minds. It's just important to, keep a positive mindset about it. And I just couldn't. And that's why it was hard for me to kind of accept that. And therefore, it led to me going through a lot of phases this year. Phases that I've already phased in the past, as you could probably recognize. In 2022, I was kind of going through a drama commentary phase, and that led me to have a negative energy and negative atmosphere, I guess. And this year, it kind of happened again with certain unrelated drama to a Turkish guy who zapped his dog.
Kaya, please just fucking go.
I'm kind of getting off topic. I'm just trying to focus on trying to make content again, because in my last update video, you probably realized that I was talking about, hey, I want to kind of drift away from the usual inside let's play or live stream type of content where I'm just in front of my PC recording some OBS and stuff, and instead makes it more high quality projects. And while I was definitely focusing on trying to get there after I've experienced everything that I've experienced so far, my experiences were not the happiest experiences. Basically, I was just trying to get a little bit more IRL. It was very important for me to get to feel some sort of connection outside of my comfort zone. So not just people in the online atmosphere or my family, but just people in the school atmosphere, or just feel a different sort of connection, experience things that I haven't experienced before. And it was just, in the end, it just kind of left me getting back to square one. And that's why there's a certain sort of voice telling me to go back and to just create my normal content again like I used to in 2022 and 2023, because that is just what motivates me, and that is one of the only things I have left, really. It sounds very cliche and a little bit depressive, but I assure you, I'm doing well mentally and physically as of currently. Not that my mood swings are currently attacking my consciousness or anything. It's just that, when you have that sort of focus on IRL life, and the people you started to or wanted to focus on for the longest time are now just becoming people you have trust issues over, it's just a sign that tells me to go back to basics, kind of. Obviously, I'm still thinking of doing the new content for the foreseeable future. But, for now, like, get back to, get into the old stuff a little bit again. I guess what I'm just trying to say is, I need to start focusing on satisfying you guys, because as soon as so many things come at you and you're trying to juggle so many things at once, you just lose so many important focuses you wanted to have for your content creation life. And one of those things was just the fact that there's real people behind those numbers. And even though not every single one of those numbers watches my content, it is important for me to deliver again. It's I don't want to sit here and do more high quality editing for a live stream highlight, which by the way, the stream highlights video next year is probably going to be very short, which mostly has to do with the fact that streaming just kind of became bland. I'm probably still going to do it here and there on YouTube or Twitch, but it just kind of is a burning out feeling when a lot of chat moments consist of high school people randomly coming into chat and asking random questions, or different people from different communities asking me about other content creators or what other kind of content creators could play when I'm doing something completely different. But that's just a side note, Yeah. I hope you could kind of follow me. Again, it's been a while since I recorded an unscripted video, so I hope my words could somehow be constructed in a understandable fashion or an understandable context. I just really, really hope I can get back soon with content, because it means the world to me. You've probably heard it with like 1,000 of content creators at this point, but that's just what it is. As soon as you have a passion, that's just what you want to completely strike for. Of course I will still be focusing a little bit in terms of high school and getting good finals grades, if that's the right word. But for the foreseeable future, I will hopefully focus on laying down the shorts content and going back to like finally starting with the important projects that I wanted to make for the longest time. I hope you understand my situation. Again, I'm sorry if I worded things very poorly. That's just what happens when you don't record an unscripted video for so long. Another thing, and I think this is the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video, the idea of a Patreon, which is what I discussed in my old script. I don't like the idea of a Patreon. I think the core of content creation was just the idea of it being something you do for free, something you do as a hobby. But it's an optional thing, so in case you are very interested in uncensored content of that sort of fashion, or exclusive clips, or just getting videos like a week earlier before they actually release on the channel, please let me know and I will set that up, and I will probably make a community post about it on YouTube in the foreseeable future. But for me to be able to set up that Patreon, you would have to give me a lot of feedback down in the comments below. Yeah, I hope this was not necessarily too much of a tough thing to sit through. I hope I sort of made a few things clear. I hope I can share some more positive vibes on this channel, because one thing you will realize about me very quickly is that I'm not the type of person to open up a lot. So, with that being said, I do want to kindly give a warm shout out to my brother, who has been very supportive of my content throughout the years. I do acknowledge the support and the feelings and the love that has been given to me over the years by not just my brother, but everyone else that I have very deep in my heart. In case there's anything else I didn't talk about in this video, or that is in the old script that I still wanted to kind of touch upon, or if there's anything made unclear that I haven't made clear yet in this video, please comment down below. Your feedback is very, very appreciated. And until then, be on the lookout for the next video, which I have planned, which will be a very, very random one, but will also be very special to me. So in case you're interested, I'd recommend you keep up with the channel. I'm open again for suggestions for new videos, because it's also just important for me that I deliver again. I deliver for viewers that are real people, viewers that are happy, or have gotten happier, or have smiled through tough times through some of my videos. But until then, and until there's any new updates to give, or any new update videos to post, I want to wish you guys a happy new year, and yeah, see you next time.
Let me oil you up, nigga. What do you want?